We can roll them.
Alright. So today I'll be informing you guys about some survival tips for the car for wintertime. We all live in Colorado, so we all experience the good old snowstorms in February, January time. Everybody should have a survival kit in the car. It will definitely save your life. Quick story. I was stationed up in Alaska, and it could get up to like -42 in winter time. Me and my friend decided to go for a long drive, and his truck broke down. We had no cell phone signal, no radio signal, GPS was frozen. So we ended up walking for quite a few hours, at least 12 hours out in the cold. And we were not prepared. I got frostbite on my fingertips because of it. So it was pretty scary sight because it was in the middle out of nowhere, snowing, cold, just didn't work. Alright, here's some of the list of what you need to have in your car. A shovel, which can get you out of any hole. Dig yourself out. Windshield scraper, those small brooms so you can get the snow out of your windows. A flashlight with extra batteries, just to make sure you have some light. You don't be freaking out in the dark. Definitely water. Your body will last a week without water, and a month without food. So if you don't have water, you will dehydrate. Even though you're in a snowy condition and you can eat snow, the snow will dehydrate you faster because it's making your body cooler, and it will just dehydrate you quick. You want snacks, like food, quick little snacks, get your protein, get your body moving, get your body going. Raisins and mini candy bars. Also recommend Jello, the powder Jello. You just eat it. It has a lot of carbs, a lot of carbs. So you just eat the Jello, just the powder. Tastes nasty. Just wash it down with some water. It'll be okay. Matches or a small candle. Matches to start a fire if you need to really start a fire. And the candle, if you're in your car and you light up a candle, the inside of the car will become 32 degrees. It don't matter what the temperature's outside. It could be -80 outside. But if you have a candle lit in your car, your window cracked just a little bit, the car will be at 32 degrees, which is survival temperature. You'll be cold, miserable, but you will survive. Extra hats, socks, and mittens. You need those. Socks, you gotta change your socks all the time. Your body sweats. If your feet are cold, your body's gonna be cold. If your hands are cold, they're gonna hurt, they're not gonna work. I recommend mittens because your fingers can stay together, and that's how they produce a lot of heat, because when you use regular gloves, they're apart. So your fingers are sweating, and they're making moisture, and getting cold on there. That's why I recommend the mittens. Keep you warm all the time. First aid kit with a pocket knife. You need a first aid just in case you get hurt. You can just take care of yourself right there. Pocket knife, whatever you got to cut with. Necessary medications. If you have an allergy to something, let's say if you're allergic to the cold, it. You need some Benadryl or something in there that can keep you, stable. Blankets or a sleeping bag. It's always good. You break down, you can just wrap yourself around, stay warm, keep your body warm. Tow chain or rope. If you get stuck, there's no way that, like they say, somebody with a truck pulls up and you have no chain or rope, they're not help at all. They just, what can they do, right? Rolls, salt, sand, or cat litter. Believe it or not, cat litter melts snow and it gives you traction on the tires. So you can just dig up a little hole next to the tire, put some cat litter, it'll come right out. If you can have a little Ford Focus that weighs nothing and just slides in the snow, you put some cat litter, it'll be coming right out. Booster cables. If your battery dies and you need to jump, you definitely want to have those. You can just jump your battery, get your car going again. I don't really recommend the flares, the reflectors. I've never used them before. It's just more of a hazardous. People see, oh my God, a flare, I'm looking at you. They run off the side of the road too. I seen it. Like cops will be trying to help people, they see the lights, looking what's going on, they hit the car in front of them, and that car goes in the ditch, and there's 3 cars to be rescued. So, yeah. A whistle, definitely a whistle. People can hear you. If there's like a snowstorm or anything like that, people will hear that whistle. It will hurt. A cell phone or an adapter plug. If you're somewhere you have signal, but your cell phone's about to die, you'll be able to plug in your cell phone, make a call 911 or the tow truck, wherever you need to call. Okay, kit tips. For the batteries, when you put the batteries in your flashlight, so you're not going to be using them, switching from the positive to negative so they don't burn out. Because sometimes they get pushed and then they come on, and then when you need it, they really don't work. Also store items in the passenger side, like essential stuff, candles, lighters, stuff that can get you in the trunk. I've seen the trunks get frozen when you're driving and your car's nice and warm and toasty. Those seals get water in there. As soon as your car stops running, it's going to freeze, and there's no way you're going to get your trunk open, your hood open, not even doors. Sometimes the doors, you rip the seal off. Not good. Always keep the small packages of food. Keep your adrenaline going, keep your body going. Okay, 911 tips. This is really important because people freak out, they think they can take it on themselves, and that's how people die. So, if you gotta call 911, give them your location, where you at, the conditions, how's everybody doing. You can give them like major details so they know what to expect. Follow instructions. No, the police officer tells you stay in the car, stay warm, then stay in your car and stay warm. Don't be going out and starting a snowball fight or something. Do not hang up until you make sure that you know that person knows where you're at, that you're safe, and they're coming to rescue. As soon as they're like, okay, help is on the way, thank you very much, that's when you hang up. Don't ever leave your vehicle if you get stuck. Your vehicle is the easiest way, or the best way to stay alive in a snowstorm. I've been in quite a few. I've been in trainings where we had such a bad storms that we had to build our own igloos, and it sucks because you're sweating, you're working, and then you don't want to get hypothermia and you're thirsty. It's just not good. Just stay in your car, stay there, turn it on once in a while, maybe 10 minutes with an hour or so. It'll keep you warm. Survival tips, prepare your vehicle. Make sure you keep your gas tank at least half full. And when you keep your vehicle half full, the gas line won't freeze. And just in case if you break down, you know you have at least half a tank. Half a tank, you can turn on your car 10 minutes at a time, or now like 10 minutes of an hour. It'll last you for at least 2 or 3 days. Just turn it on for 10 minutes within the hour. So. Be easy to find. Tell somebody where you're going. If you're going up to the mountains, you're going to go skiing, snowboarding, make sure you tell somebody. They don't hear from you in so long, be like, hey, okay, well, now we got to send help. I do it a lot when I go snowboarding. Tell my wife, hey, I'm going to go over here, I'm taking this road. If I don't come back after 6, send help. So she knows. She calls me, if I'm not there by 6, she calls me, where are you at? Like, I'm good. So, if your car crashes, get stuck, put a reflective flag on your antenna or the highest point of the car. Rescue crews will see that from far away because they got those big old spotlights that will just see for miles. So that's a good thing to do. Walking in a storm can be very dangerous. You can get exhausted, and that's how you end up on a popsicle on the side of the road. Okay. When you're shoveling your car out of there or you're trying to push it, don't overdo it. You can get injured, you slip, you hit your knee, now your knee don't work, you put too much into it, you get a heart attack, then you're done. Try to stay cool. Try not to sweat too much when you're trying to dig your car out or trying to get it out. You sweat, you were cutting holes water freezes, hypothermia is next. And once you hit hypothermia, you have about 20, 30 minutes before you actually die. So that's not good. Fresh air. If you're in a vehicle, you don't want to be all warm and toasty in there. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to leave the car running. The snow might get in the exhaust. The next thing you know, you got carbon monoxide poisoning. And you won't feel it because you're warm and toasty and you're sleepy and you're going to go to sleep and you're never going to wake up again. So it's better to be fresh and cold and a little bit miserable, but staying alive. That's the major concern. Okay, just stay alert, stay alive, keep a kid in your car. Thank you.